Hello friends, this is Karthikeya Singh working as an assistant professor in the School of Management Sciences, Varanasi. And today we are in the fifth part of our lecture series. And in this lecture series, we are covering how to prepare summer internship project report on the basis of primary as well as secondary data. So far, we will have covered how to write introduction part of summer internship report, how to do extensive literature survey of summer internship project report, what are the different databases through which we can fetch data for our summer internship project report. We have already covered introduction, experiential learning, literature review. Now we are going to cover this research methodology part. And in this research methodology part, the most important sections would be your types of research and research process through section B. And in this, we are going to cover types of research, data types, sample unit, sample size, sampling method, data collection tool, and data analysis techniques to be used. Anybody can do that research. If you understand types of research and process of research, all these sections of types of research, data types, sampling unit, sample size, sampling method will be covered by research process as well as different types of research. So without wasting much time, I'm going to start with types of research and let's move ahead with it. These are 10 types of research and we'll cover it one by one. Before moving ahead, just I'll give you one-liners for all these 10 types. One-liners means if you talk about pure and basic research, any research which is related to the academic world and the research which is going to add something new to the existing knowledge base will be covered under pure and basic research. So if likewise, if you'll remember all these one-liners at the time of examination or even when you are going to do certain research, by these one-liners only you'll be able to identify what kind of research types is there. So for pure and basic research, one-liner would be anything which is related to the academic world and it gives single problem situation. They don't deal so many problems at a single point of time. They only deal with single problem. So pure and basic research is the research which is related to the academic world. Applied research is the research which handles current problem in hand. So immediate problem in hand is going to be dealt through applied research. Qualitative, which is going to be behavioral in nature, and all social sciences research are going to be dealt through this qualitative research. Quantitative research usually covers all those things or all attributes which can be quantified or measured directly. So quantitative research which can be quantified directly. Empirical research is first-hand data research, means whatever research are going to take place on the basis of primary data, we are going to call it as empirical research. Then descriptive research, you can remember one line, state of affairs as it exists at present. So if you want to describe descriptive research, you have to remember the state of affairs as it exists at present. What does it mean? It means whatever things are there, whatever processes are there, whatever people are there, whatever events are there, we are going to exactly elaborate the same way as it is happening. So we are not going to play with the variables. The things which is happening, the same way we are going to describe as it is. Analytical research means anything which is based on the basis of secondary data. Anything any research which is going to take place on the basis of secondary data is going to be considered as analytical research. Conceptual research is a long-term research and it usually generates different concepts and theories. So it is a time-consuming research and it usually develops theories and different types of concepts. That's why it is called conceptual research. One-liner for historical research, any research which takes care of the past event, it is going to be termed as historical research. Exploratory research, where so many options are there and things are not very clear, we are going to do through exploratory research. So out of different options, we are going to choose the best possible option, and the way through which we are going to do this would be called as exploratory research. So these are the 10 types of research. One liner would be for all these researches would be pure and basic research related to the academic world. Applied research, immediate problem in hand. Qualitative research, which is behavioral and social science researches, is going to be dealt with. Quantitative, which can be quantitative, quantified in terms of number. Empirical research, which is going to be primary data based. Descriptive research, state of affairs as it exists at present, means things which are going to be described as it is. Analytical research, which is going to be based on secondary data. Conceptual research, which is going to build some concept or theories. Historical research, which is going to take care of the past event. Exploratory research means where things are not clear, and out of several available options, we are going to choose the best possible options. These are the one-liner for all these 10 types. Let's move ahead. Start with the pure and basic research. Now we'll one by one cover all these things in detail. And always remember these one-liners. These one-liners is going to tell what kind of different concepts are there related to or pertaining to a particular research type. Now, pure and basic research tells enhancing the knowledge, means whatever knowledge is there, we are going to add something new to the existing knowledge base. And it is also going to be called as pure research. Second thing, it is basically undertaken with the intention of designing different tools for solving various problems. Whatever kind of problems are there, we usually try to generate certain tools and techniques to come out of that problem. And this is going to be a part of this pure and basic research. Next would be, it is concerned with a single situation and does not apply for a wider area. So if you talk about academic research, it always tries to handle single situation. They are not going to handle multiple situations. Take for instance, intellectual exploration and results into development of theories and generalizations. Through this pure and basic research, we reach to the conceptual research. Further, it is an extension. It is the preliminary stage, and in extensive part, we usually do in conceptual research. So this theory or this pure and basic research plays a background or creates a background to develop theories and generalizations. Then pure research is largely limited to the academic world. Then funds provided by the educational institutions and government enable researchers to pursue pure research. Generally, government also gives certain funding or grant funds to do this pure and basic research, as these are academic related research. So we usually do consumer behavior research, human behavior research, natural phenomenon research, and pure mathematics. These are the types of different types of research which is going to be dealt under pure and basic research. So always remember this, pure and basic research is related to the academic world and it adds something new to the existing knowledge. Basic research is also called as fundamental research. Let's move ahead with the applied research. Applied research is going to be called as need-based research, which has high practical relevance. So whichever immediate problem would be there in our hand, we are going to cover through applied research. The main aim of applied research is basically finding a solution for an immediate problem which is faced by a society or an industrial or business organization. So immediate problem in hand, take for an example like this time at current prevailing situation, we are struggling in this COVID-19 situation. So how industry is going to deal with it would be my immediate problem in hand, and I'll try to come out with particular solution, how to come out of this COVID-19 or pandemic situation. So would be an applied research. Time framed and budgeted research, marketing research, communication research are an example of applied research. Most of the companies, most of the organizations usually try to go through this applied research because at current situation, whatever problem they are facing, they usually try to solve it through this applied research. An immediate problem in hand is going to be solved through applied research only. Then problem solving research, this applied research is going to be segregated into two parts. Problem solving research with a specific problem, individual company or a smaller context would be there, then we are going to call it problem solving research. If larger context would be there, then we are going to call it as problem oriented research. Take for an example, if an individual company is struggling with certain kind of problem like GST filing and GST procedures, that would be problem solving research. And if entire industry is struggling with the same kind of problem, then would be problem oriented research. In this we have it. So in applied research, this is need-based research. It solves immediate problem in hand. They covers budgeted research, marketing research, and communication research is going to be done through applied research. And this can be segregated into two parts, problem solving and problem oriented research. At the end of it, we are going to revise these things also in Hindi. so that more people can understand. Qualitative in nature, generally undertaking to study the human behavior. As I have already told you, most of the social sciences research are going to be dealt through qualitative research. And in this, motivational research, word association tests, and these are the ways to do this qualitative research. Similar projective techniques. So word association test, sentence completion test, story completion test, similar other projective techniques are going to be utilized while doing this qualitative research. I'll take one word association test example. Like, if you can associate certain word with a particular brand, you are going to do it through word association test. Take for an example, which is the word which comes in your mind by seeing XYZ brand. So whatever word you are going to associate with that brand will be called as word association test. And if we are going to ask the same question again and again with different sample or different people, will definitely come out with a conclusion that perception about a particular brand or product is positive or negative. The same way, half sentences is being given to the client and the remaining sentence is going to be completed by the client, and through that complete sentence completion will definitely come to know the perception about the company or the organizations which we are looking for. Then a story completion, half the story is being already written and client is expected to write half of the left out story, and through that story will come to know about the different perception about the customer or the client which is going to fill this. Then similar other projective techniques. In projective techniques, several means once we'll cover that data collection techniques, we are going to deal much in detail, but projective techniques are the techniques through which we project the human behavior or customer or consumer behavior, how these people are going to behave in future. Like, few examples for that are Rosenwick test, Rorschach test, Holzman ink blot test. So there are several tests which are going to be covered under the projective techniques. We are going to cover it much in detail when we are going to cover or deal different data collection tools. And in upcoming lecture video, we'll definitely cover these projective techniques also. So this type of research recommends the guidance of experienced psychologists, as it is difficult to study the complexity of human behavior with the single notion. This is very subjective in nature. Researcher usually struggle to project human behavior because it is very subjective. If one particular person is behaving in a certain way, the another person is not going to behave the same way. So absolutely subjective things and going to be dealt through qualitative research. Let's move ahead with the quantitative research. Quantitative research is very means, as the name suggests, quantitative research is based on measurement of a phenomenon in a quantitative term. The result of such researches is subjected to intensive quantitative and statistical analysis. So we are going to measure those things directly, and we are going to do a statistical tool directly. So quantitative research often looks towards quantitative data to support their theories, and quantitative research often looks for support in existing theories. Whatever data is saying, they usually try to associate with the theory which is existing in the text. So quantitative research is going to rely on numbers, and they are going to associate those numbers with the existing theory base. So this would be your quantitative research. Empirical research, example of this quantitative research would be demographic profile of a given area, then number of automated vehicles used in a particular area. These are the quantitative research examples. So, and all these things are different numbers, and that's why we are going to call it as quantitative research. Then comes empirical research. If you see in the left hand side, the color is changing, and the type of research we are covering it here, it shows it in some different color. So try to focus on these things also. We are going to cover this empirical research. At the beginning of this lecture video itself, I have told you, like, empirical research is anything which is based on the primary data. The data-based research in which primary first-hand data is collected, and the data is analyzed and subjected to hypothesis testing. So whatever our data is saying, we are going to totally rely on that data, irrespective of the facts and figures we are fetching through secondary data. We are not going to abide by that. We are just going to follow the data which is empirical in nature, which is first-hand, and on the basis of that first-hand data, we are going to utilize it and come out with a conclusion. Then this is often referred as experimental research, because these things takes place again and again to establish certain facts and figures. That's why it is going to be called as experimental research. This research relies on experience or observations alone, often without due regard to the system or theories. I have already told you, this particular research only relies on the experience and observation. That means primary data. This is not going to consider the system and theories which is already existing. So this is going to rely only on the primary data. Database, that's why it is going to be called as database research. We may study the impact of depreciating dollar on Indian export, can be considered as empirical research. Let's move further. Now, descriptive research. Descriptive research includes survey and facts finding inquiries of different kinds. And this is most common research. If you are going to do exactly descriptive research in your summer internship, like the project which I am creating as a sample, I'm also going to deal through descriptive research, because things are already there and we are just elaborating the way as it is. We are not going to manipulate with the facts and figures. If we will manipulate with the facts and figure and with the variables, chances are there we are going to do that experimental research. So in experimental research, we may play with the variables, but in descriptive research, things are there as it is. Means we are expected to do research the way it is existing. We are not going to manipulate with the things. So this is descriptive research. The major purpose of the descriptive research is description of the state of affairs as it exists. I have already told you in the beginning. The state of affairs as it exists, the way it is happening, the way it is taking place, we are going to elaborate as it is. Then it includes survey method. We include survey method to do this. In summer internship also, we are going to do this survey method to come out with certain conclusion or findings, and the type of research would be descriptive research. So most important thing, most of you are going to do this descriptive research while doing your summer internship. So remember this type, you are going to mention in the research type part. The main characteristics of this method is that researcher has no control over variables, because we are not going to manipulate with the variables. We are going to elaborate the way it is existing or it is happening. So he can only report what has happened or what is happening. The researcher is going to report, means without manipulating things, they are going to report as it is. That's why it is going to be called as descriptive research. Frequency of shopping, then preferences of people. These are all descriptive types of research. And here in both these cases, we are not going to manipulate with the variables. Let's move ahead. This is analytical research. And as I have already told you, in analytical research, the researcher use facts or information which is already available. That means it is secondary database research, and analyze these to make a critical evaluation of the material. The analytical research and researcher use facts or information already available and analyze these to make a critical evaluation of the material. Things which are already there, on the basis of that, whatever kind of research or findings we are going to do, it is going to be dealt through analytical research. How international trade influences balance of payment, all existing databases are there. So we are going to do this secondary database research. That's why it is covered under analytical research. How and why this movement takes place is an example of analytical research, because these databases are there and these are secondary databases. That's why on the basis of secondary database, whatever research we are going to do will be called as analytical research. Let's move ahead with the conceptual research. Conceptual research is that related to some abstract ideas or theories. So it is kind of time-consuming research. They usually try to build abstract idea or ideas or theories. So it takes time to come out with a particular theory. So many examples are there. Law of demand, then different motivational theories. So all those theories are not being developed in a single day. These are result of continuous experimentation. And through that continuous experimentation, they came up with these particular abstract ideas and theories. That's why it is going to be covered under conceptual research. It is generally used by philosophers and thinkers to develop new concepts or to reinterpret existing ones. They always try to add something new, but by justifying things and by repeating the same experiment again and again for the longer period of time, so that they can establish certain facts and figures in terms of theory. The main aim of this type of research is to study the problems and gaps in the existing concepts or basic assumptions and to correct and remove the complexity of these concepts. So all researcher, hardcore researcher are going to carry out this kind of researcher, and they try to study the problem and gaps in the existing concepts. Whatever existing concepts are there and whatever gaps are available in those existing problems and concepts, they are going to find it through conceptual research, and they try to remove the concept complexity of any particular concept or theories. Then this type of research is time consuming, as I have already told you, and is to be undertaken by experienced researcher or experts in their own areas. So historical research, anything which is going to deal with the past event. Historical research is the process of systematically examining the past event to a given, so remove it. So if we are going to how that accident has happened, how a particular incident had happened in the past, so all those things are going to be covered through historical. It is not a mere accumulation of facts and dates or even a description of the past event. So comprehensive study of the past event is going to take place through this historical research. It is flowing dynamic account of past events which involves an interpretation of these events and attempt to recapture the nuances, personalities, and ideas that influences these events. So these are different attributes of historical research. Mystery over Mr. Subhash Chandra Bose's death, like he was succumbed or he died in a plane crash of Burma, or was he alive in the form of Gumnami Baba in Gorakhpur? So these are some controversies, and these controversies are going to be dealt through historical research. Last one is exploratory research. As the term suggests, exploratory research is often conducted because a problem has not been clearly defined as yet, or its real scope is yet unclear. Several options are there and things are a bit hazy. We are not trying to understand what exactly the problem is, or what exactly the hypothesis would be, or what kind of solutions are going to be considered out of several available options. So we are going to use this exploratory research when things are not clear, problem has not been clearly defined. So this is going to be dealt through exploratory research. It allows the researcher to familiarize him herself with the problem or concept to be studied, and perhaps generate hypothesis, definition of hypothesis to be tested. So if we want to reach to a particular problem or particular hypothesis or particular solutions, we are going to do this through exploratory research. So in most of the cases, extensive literature survey is going to help you in doing this exploratory research to reach to a particular solution, to reach to a particular problem, or to reach to a particular hypothesis. The underlining point is, when several options are there and you are not sure to choose the best possible option, then you are going to do this exploratory research. So some clarity is not there, you are going to clarify things in the more precise way. You are going to do this exploratory research. Exploratory research helps determine the best research design, data collection method, selection of subjects, and sometimes it even concludes that problem does not exist. So all these things have several options, like several research design options are there. You are going to choose the best possible research design. Several data collection methods are there, but you are going to choose the best data collection method. Several selection subjects matter are there, so you are going to select the best possible subject matter. All these things are going to be dealt through this exploratory. चलिए एक बार फिर से रिवाइज करते हैं जो हम लोगों ने अभी लेक्चर वीडियो में देखा है, थोड़ा फास्ट चलेंगे, उससे चीजों को कोरिलेट करने की कोशिश कीजिएगा. मैंने प्रेजेंटेशन स्टार्ट करने से पहले ही बताया कि हर ये 10 रिसर्च टाइप्स हैं और हर 10 रिसर्च टाइप्स के पीछे एक वन लाइनर्स हैं. अगर आप उन वन लाइनर्स को याद रखेंगे तो आपके लिए चीजें आसान हो जाएंगी, और आप इसको एग्जाम के समय में और इवन समर इंटर्नशिप करने के समय में आपको पता चल पाएगा कि आप किस तरह के रिसर्चेस को कर रहे हो. आपको रिसर्च टाइप में मेंशन करना पड़ता है कि आउट ऑफ दिस 10 रिसर्च टाइप्स विच वन रिसर्च टाइप यू आर गोइंग टू यूटिलाइज. सो वन बाय वन वी आर गोइंग टू कवर इट. प्योर एंड बेसिक रिसर्च मैंने पहले बताया, एनीथिंग विच इज रिलेटेड टू द एकेडमिक वर्ल्ड वुड बी कॉल्ड एज प्योर एंड बेसिक रिसर्च. अप्लाइड रिसर्च, इमीडिएट प्रॉब्लम इन हैंड, जो हमारे हाथ में सबसे तुरंत का प्रॉब्लम होता है, नजदीकी प्रॉब्लम होता है, हम लोग उसको अप्लाइड रिसर्च के थ्रू हैंडल करते हैं. क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्च, जितने सोशल साइंसेस रिसर्च और बिहेवियरल रिसर्च होते हैं, हम उसको क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्च के थ्रू करते हैं। क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च जिनको हम क्वांटिफाई कर सकते हैं, नंबर में हम काउंट कर सकते हैं, उनके साथ स्टैटिस्टिकल टूल डायरेक्टली मेजर करके लगा सकते हैं। जिनको हम नंबर में काउंट करते हैं, उस सारे चीजों को हम क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च में काउंट करते हैं। एम्पेरिकल रिसर्च जो फर्स्ट हैंड डेटा, प्राइमरी डेटा बेस्ड रिसर्च होता है, उसको हम एम्पेरिकल रिसर्च कहते हैं। डिस्क्रिप्टिव रिसर्च जहां पे चीजें जैसी हैं वैसी ही बता दी जाए, उसको हम डिस्क्रिप्टिव रिसर्च कहते हैं। एनालिटिकल रिसर्च ऐसे रिसर्च जो सेकेंडरी डेटा बेस्ड, जैसे एम्पेरिकल प्राइमरी डेटा बेस्ड होता है, वैसे ही एनालिटिकल सेकेंडरी डेटा बेस्ड रिसर्च होता है। कंसेप्चुअल रिसर्च टाइम कंज्यूमिंग रिसर्च होता है, जो कंसेप्ट और थ्योरीज बिल्ड करने की कोशिश करता है। हिस्टोरिकल रिसर्च पास्ट इवेंट के बारे में रिसर्च करता है। और एक्सप्लोरेटरी रिसर्च जहां पे कई ऑप्शंस होते हैं और चीजें बहुत ज्यादा क्लियर नहीं होती, उसमें से बेस्ट पॉसिबल चूज करने में आपको हेल्प करता है। तो ये वन लाइनर्स अगर आप याद रखते हैं तो आपको एग्जाम के समय में भी आपको मदद मिलेगी। अब वन बाय वन इन सारे रिसर्चेस को एक बार फिर से रिवाइज कर लेते हैं। प्योर एंड बेसिक रिसर्च आपके एग्जिस्टिंग नॉलेज बेस को बढ़ाता है, डिफरेंट टूल्स एंड टेक्निक्स डेवलप करता है जिससे आप किसी रिसर्च के प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर सकें। एक सिंगल सिचुएशन को हैंडल करता है, एक साथ ये कई सिचुएशंस को हैंडल करने की कोशिश नहीं करता, ये सिर्फ सिंगल सिचुएशन को हैंडल करता है और सिंगल सिचुएशन के प्रॉब्लम को आइडेंटिफाई करके उसके सॉल्यूशन पे काम करता है। ये थ्योरीज और जनरलाइजेशन के ऊपर में काम करता है। ये एकेडमिक वर्ल्ड से रिलेटेड है और जनरली गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस और गवर्नमेंट फर्म्स इसको फंड करते हैं ऐसे रिसर्चेस को कैरी आउट करने के लिए। और इसमें कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर टाइप्स ऑफ ह्यूमन बिहेवियर, नेचुरल फिनोमेना, प्योर मैथमेटिक्स टाइप के रिसर्च कैरी आउट किए जाते हैं। तो ये है प्योर एंड बेसिक रिसर्च। अप्लाइड रिसर्च में चलते हैं और इसी प्योर एंड बेसिक रिसर्च को फंडामेंटल रिसर्च भी बोला जाता है। अलग अलग बुक्स में आपको अलग अलग नॉमेनक्लेचर मिलेंगे। प्योर एंड बेसिक रिसर्च को फंडामेंटल रिसर्च भी बोला जाता है। अप्लाइड रिसर्च मैंने पहले बोला नीड बेस्ड रिसर्च, उसमें इमीडिएट प्रॉब्लम जो आपके हाथ में होता है उसकी सॉल्यूशन को निकालने की कोशिश करते हैं। इसमें रिसर्च जनरली बजटेड रिसर्च होता है, मार्केटिंग रिसर्च और कम्युनिकेशन रिसर्च इसके थ्रू की जाती है। और जो भी कंपनी और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो इमीडिएट प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रहे हैं उसी के ऊपर में अप्लाइड रिसर्च के थ्रू काम किया जाता है। तो इमीडिएट प्रॉब्लम इन हैंड, ये लाइन याद रखिएगा, इमीडिएट प्रॉब्लम इन हैंड अप्लाइड रिसर्च के थ्रू किया जाता है। फिर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग रिसर्च होता है और प्रॉब्लम ओरिएंटेड रिसर्च होता है। प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग मींस अगर कोई छोटा प्रॉब्लम है किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से रिलेटेड है तो वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग रिसर्च में आता है। प्रॉब्लम ओरिएंटेड रिसर्च जब उसका होराइजन बड़ा होता है और दायरा बड़ा होता है तो उसको हम प्रॉब्लम ओरिएंटेड रिसर्च के थ्रू करते हैं। क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च मैंने बोला कि जितने बिहेवियरल रिसर्च होते हैं, सोशल साइंस रिसर्च होते हैं, जिसमें मोटिवेशनल रिसर्च और इसको करने के तरीके होते हैं, वर्ड एसोसिएशन के थ्रू करते हैं, सेंटेंस कंप्लीशन के थ्रू करते हैं, स्टोरी कंप्लीशन के थ्रू करते हैं और प्रोजेक्टिव टेक्निक्स यूज करते हैं। और बेसिकली ये एक्सपीरियंस साइकोलॉजिस्ट एज इस पे साइकोलॉजिस्ट और डिफरेंट सोशल साइंस रिसर्चर को करने में बड़ी प्रॉब्लम होती है क्योंकि ये सब्जेक्टिव होता है। हर एक बंदे का रिस्पांस दूसरे बंदे से वेरी करता है। तो आप जब किसी चीजों को आप प्रोजेक्ट करने जाओगे तो आपको डिफिकल्टी आएगी कि एक बंदे के रिस्पांस के बेसिस पे हम उसको जनरलाइज दूसरे बंदे पे नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्च को डिफिकल्ट रिसर्च माना गया है। देन क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च विच इज क्वांटिटेटिव इन नेचर, मेजरमेंट फिनोमेना होता है जिसको क्वांटिटेटिव और स्टैटिस्टिकल एनालिसिस के थ्रू कर पाते हैं और हम लोग जनरली डायरेक्टली मेजरमेंट करते हैं इसमें। क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च ऑफन लुक्स टुवर्ड्स क्वांटिटेटिव डेटा और सपोर्ट देयर थियरीज। जो भी क्वांटिटेटिव डेटा होता है उसके थ्रू वो अपने एग्जिस्टिंग थ्योरी को सपोर्ट करने की कोशिश करते हैं। जैसे एग्जांपल में ले डेमोग्राफिक प्रोफाइल, नंबर ऑफ ऑटोमेटेड व्हीकल्स और ट्रेंड्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ नंबर्स, ये एग्जांपल हो गए आपके क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च के। एम्पेरिकल रिसर्च मैंने बोला कि फर्स्ट हैंड डेटा बोला जाता है, जो प्राइमरी डेटा हम कलेक्ट करते हैं, प्राइमरी डेटा के कलेक्शन के बेसिस पे हम जो रिसर्च कैरी आउट करते हैं उसको प्राइमरी और एम्पेरिकल बेस्ड डेटा रिसर्च बोलते हैं। और ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपके अपने पर्सनल प्राइमरी डेटा और ऑब्जर्वेशन पे रिलाई करता है। ये थ्योरीज और पॉस्टुलेट्स जो पहले से एग्जिस्ट करते हैं उसके ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा फोकस नहीं करता है, इसलिए इसको डेटा बेस्ड रिसर्च भी बोला जाता है। वी मे स्टडी द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ डिप्रिसिएटिंग डॉलर इन, अगर आप प्राइमरी डेटा कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं रोज के बेसिस पे डिप्रिसिएटिंग डॉलर का उसका इम्पैक्ट निकालना चाहते हैं इंडियन एक्सपोर्ट पे, तो इसको आप एम्पेरिकल रिसर्च के रूप में आप कंसिडर कर सकते हैं। बस कंडीशन है कि वो डेटा कलेक्शन प्राइमरी होना चाहिए। डिस्क्रिप्टिव रिसर्च, द स्टेट ऑफ अफेयर्स एज इट एग्जिस्ट, मैंने पहले बताया हुआ है, चीजें जैसी हो वैसे ही बता दी जाए, ये डिस्क्रिप्टिव रिसर्च का कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होता है। तो स्टेट ऑफ अफेयर्स एज इट एग्जिस्ट एट प्रेजेंट मैंने बता दिया। इट इंक्लूड सर्वे मेथड, सर्वे मेथड के थ्रू हम लोग डिस्क्रिप्टिव रिसर्च करते हैं। और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात कि जितने लोग आप समर इंटर्नशिप करने जा रहे हो, मोस्ट ऑफ यू, आप में से ज्यादातर लोग डिस्क्रिप्टिव रिसर्च करने जा रहे हो और आपको अपने रिसर्च टाइप में, अपने समर इंटर्नशिप प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट में डिस्क्रिप्टिव रिसर्च टाइप ही मेंशन करना है। हालांकि कई लोग को ये डाउट हो सकता है कि मेरा प्राइमरी डेटाबेस है तो एम्पेरिकल रिसर्च भी हो सकता है, मेरा कुछ सेकेंडरी डेटा है तो एनालिटिकल रिसर्च भी हो सकता है। तो आपके एम्पेरिकल, डिस्क्रिप्टिव, एनालिटिकल भी हो सकते हैं, लेकिन मेजोरिटी ऑफ यू पीपल आर गोइंग टू डू द स्टेट ऑफ अफेयर्स एज चीजें हैं जैसी हैं वैसे ही बतानी है। तो आप जब इस तरह की चीजों को आप हैंडल कर रहे हो तो आप बेसिकली डिस्क्रिप्टिव रिसर्च कैरी आउट कर रहे हो। और इसमें फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ शॉपिंग और फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ पीपल प्रेफरेंसेस एग्जाम्पल के रूप में कंसिडर किया जा सकता है। अब लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। एनालिटिकल रिसर्च, मैंने बोला कि ये ऐसा रिसर्च है जो सेकेंडरी डेटा बेस्ड होता है। जैसा सेकेंडरी डेटाबेस के बेसिस पे जो रिसर्च किया जाता है उसको एनालिटिकल रिसर्च बोलते हैं। तो एम्पेरिकल रिसर्च प्राइमरी डेटाबेस रिसर्च हो गया और एनालिटिकल रिसर्च सेकेंडरी डेटाबेस रिसर्च हो गया। तो एग्जिस्टिंग डेटाबेस को यूटिलाइज करता है। कंसेप्चुअल रिसर्च अगेन एब्स्ट्रैक्ट और थ्योरीज को डेवलप करने का काम करता है, फिलोसफर थिंकर यूज करते हैं। और ये जनरली जो प्रॉब्लम्स एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हैं और किसी भी एग्जिस्टिंग थ्योरी में कोई गैप एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है उसके ऊपर में काम करता है, और अगर कोई कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी है तो उसको रिमूव करने का काम करता है। देन मैंने बोला कि कंसेप्चुअल रिसर्च एक्सटेंशन है प्योर एंड बेसिक रिसर्च का, और यहाँ पे चीजें कंसेप्ट और थ्योरीज बिल्ड करने की काम की जाती है। तो ये टाइम कंज्यूमिंग प्रोसेस होता है, ये टाइम कंज्यूमिंग प्रोसेस है, इस वजह से हम कंसेप्ट और थ्योरीज बिल्ड कर पाते हैं। हिस्टोरिकल रिसर्च किसी भी पास्ट इवेंट को एग्जामिन करने का और रिसर्च करने का तरीका होता है। डायनेमिक अकाउंट ऑफ पास्ट इवेंट होता है, ये सिर्फ पास्ट इवेंट को, सिर्फ डेट्स और पर्सनालिटीज वगैरह को कवर नहीं करता, ये पूरा एक्सटेंसिव रिसर्च करता है पास्ट इवेंट को और कुछ फैक्ट्स एंड फिगर के थ्रू कोई कंक्लूजन तक पहुंचता है, इसीलिए इसे हिस्टोरिकल रिसर्च बोलते हैं। सुभाष चंद्र बोस का एग्जांपल हम ले सकते हैं। सुभाष चंद्र बोस के डेथ का रीजन अभी तक क्लियर नहीं है। और एक्सप्लोरेटरी रिसर्च वहां जहां पे चीजें प्रॉब्लम हैज नॉट बीन क्लियरली डिफाइंड, जहां पे चीजें बहुत अच्छे से डिफाइंड ना हो, क्लैरिटी ना हो, तो हम जो भी चीज करेंगे और जिसके थ्रू हम क्लैरिटी लाएंगे वो एक्सप्लोरेटरी रिसर्च होगा। अब प्रॉब्लम और कंसेप्ट टू बी स्टडीड, जनरल हाइपोथेसिस, जितनी चीजें होती हैं जहां पे कई प्रॉब्लम हो, कई सॉल्यूशन हो, कई हाइपोथेसिस हो, उसमें से बेस्ट पॉसिबल हाइपोथेसिस आपको चूज करना है, देन यू आर गोइंग टू डू एक्सप्लोरेटरी रिसर्च। एक्सप्लोरेटरी रिसर्च का डिजाइन, बेस्ट रिसर्च डिजाइन चूज करते हैं कई रिसर्च डिजाइन में से, बेस्ट डेटा कलेक्शन मेथड चूज करते हैं और बेस्ट सब्जेक्ट मैटर चूज करते हैं। वही मैंने बोला कि जब क्लैरिटी नहीं हो और जब आप बेस्ट पॉसिबल ऑप्शन को चूज करना चाह रहे हो तो यू आर गोइंग टू गो थ्रू दिस एक्सप्लोरेटरी रिसर्च। सो दीज आर द 10 टाइप्स। आप 10 रिसर्च टाइप्स के बारे में मैंने आपको बताया, और इनमें से ही किसी एक रिसर्च टाइप को आप अपने समर इंटर्नशिप प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट में मेंशन करने वाले हो कि मैं कौन से रिसर्च टाइप को यूटिलाइज करने वाला हूं। मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस मैंने सजेस्ट किया कि आप में से ज्यादातर लोग डिस्क्रिप्टिव रिसर्च मेंशन करने वाले हो, क्योंकि आप अपने तरफ से वेरिएबल के साथ प्ले नहीं कर रहे हो। जैसे मैं कस्टमर एटीट्यूड और परसेप्शन पे काम कर रहा हूं, तो मैं पूरे कस्टमर एटीट्यूड परसेप्शन को अपनी तरफ से कुछ ऐड ऑन करने नहीं जा रहा हूं कि कैसे बिहेव करेंगे। जो चीजें जैसी हैं वैसी ही बता दी जाएंगी, और जैसी बता दी जाएंगी तो वो डिस्क्रिप्टिव रिसर्च का पार्ट होगा। तो मुझे लगता है कि इसमें रिसर्च टाइप के बेसिक कंसेप्ट आपके पास गए होंगे, और इसके थ्रू आप अपने समर इंटर्नशिप पे कौन सा रिसर्च टाइप आपको यूज करना है उसका थोड़ा सा क्लू मिला होगा, जो अपने समर इंटर्नशिप रिपोर्ट में मेंशन कर पाओगे। तो हम लोग बेसिकली रिसर्च टाइप में अब आ चुके। रिसर्च टाइप के बाद रिसर्च प्रोसेस पढ़ेंगे, रिसर्च प्रोसेस के बाद डेटा कलेक्शन टेक्निक्स पढ़ेंगे, क्वेश्चनर डिजाइनिंग पढ़ेंगे। तो सिस्टमेटिकली वी आर मूविंग अहेड and we'll try to cover as early as possible so that it is going to help you at the time of creating your summer internship project report. Thank you so much for watching and giving time to us.